Hey guys, JV here. We have a controversy in the e-ink world. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting day today to talk about this because it is kind of one of those things that I get a lot of questions on, and that is, what is the best writing experience? You know, what is the best on these devices? Well, before I get into this, I just want to thank everybody that took the survey the last couple of days. We had a lot of people poll on what I should buy next. What I ended up doing was Supernote A5 got the most votes, but I ended up going with the A6X just because it's kind of a newer technology, and that'll be here next Tuesday. Also, the Onyx Booksmax 3 was third, and I'm going to get a couple of their products. We're getting those on order today and tomorrow, so they'll be here next week. And then, of course, the reMarkable 2 is coming and the new Sony camera. So we've got a lot of gear coming in and tablets and stuff over the next couple of weeks, and I'll be doing a lot of reviews on those. But as we get going into this, remember that every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can join me right here on the channel to even have a live discussion within the chat to discuss things like this, like what is the best writing experience. So what is the controversy? Well, yesterday, a video came out by Good E-Reader on YouTube called the reMarkable 2 versus the Sony DPT Digital Paper. And in there, they kind of had a comparison of the two, kind of like what I do. And at the end of it, they said the best writing experience is the Sony digital paper experience. Now, as you know, I have multiple Sony devices, whether it's the paper, and in case you're new with me, maybe you are, I have a lot of devices, and that's what we do on this channel. We talk about devices and tech, but I have the paper, I have the Quaderno. These are Sony basically hardware using this stylus, right? And so when it comes to knowing what is the best writing experience, we have to have a discussion about that because it's one of those things that's really about feel. And so for me to give you an opinion, it's an opinion. I've done videos where we put the microphone next to them and everything else, but at the end of the day, it's about the feel. Just like the iPad pencil. You know, I don't like to write with the iPad pencil. It feels like glass. Some people do. Some people put the matte screen protector on there. I don't like that because I like the iPad screen. How about like on regular paper? You know, we have Mont Blancs, we have ball points, and then we have like ink, you know, different e-inks, and both of these Mont Blancs that I have here are going to write different and feel different on paper. I prefer this feel more than this feel. So the same thing when it comes to these devices. The only difference is the Sony devices have to use this stylus, and I get that question a lot. They have to use the stylus that comes with it because it gets charged, and then the charge works with the device, and it needs a battery, right? It has a small battery in there. It only takes a couple minutes to charge, and it lasts forever. But at the end of the day, it is a specific chargeable stylus. Whereas the reMarkable, you can have different styluses. Like this is a Lamy, this is a Statler, and they can have different types of tips, which could make it feel a little different. Now, I am learning that Sony actually has a couple different types of tips that gives you a different experience. One that's supposed to be more of a pencil and one that's more than a pen. I know people have asked me for where they can get reMarkable nibs cheaper. I don't have that yet. I'm looking. But like this Stadler one has a little bit of a carbon tip. Now, we don't know if this is going to work on the reMarkable 2. Some people have demo units. I don't. Mine is coming, and I'll let you know as soon as possible. But basically what I've done with the reMarkable is I've taken the Lamy and put a reMarkable nib in it. And it really gives me a great writing experience. Is it better? I don't know. Again, that's very subjective. Like I said, you're going to have to basically try it, and part of the problem is these devices come from overseas, a lot of them, and it's hard to get your hands on them, right? So I'm doing my best to tell you. The thing that I do like about the Sony Stylus, which is 4 years old, is it does have two buttons on it. The paper right now and the Quaderno and the Sony use the top one for delete. And that's pretty cool. So with the reMarkable, where you've got a pencil or a pen, you've got to go into the menu to delete. They do have a new eraser on the new one that's coming out. It supposedly works pretty good. This has a delete function. The other function that it has is a highlight function. So if you click the second button behind, it'll highlight. On the paper, QuirkLogic paper right now, they don't have that functionality active, but it is coming at some point. But they do have the ability to use it, and I like this stylus. The nibs run down a little bit. They go pretty quick, but about the same as the reMarkable. So when it comes to this big controversy of what is the best writing experience, well, it's all relative to what you enjoy writing with. Personally, I like all the devices. I don't have a favorite. They all seem very much like a pencil to paper or pen to paper to me. It just depends on what I'm trying to do. With the Quaderno, it's more about reading, which will probably be taken over by the Onyx Booksmax when I get it, because I can put Kindle books on it and stuff. The collaboration tools of the Papyr, which is a version 1.0 software. They got a lot of work to do, but it is a nice tablet. I do notes on it, and I do some collaborations with my masterminds and coaching clients because they can see things as I'm doing it. So when we're in a meeting and we're on a Zoom call, I actually can be working on that. It's a great tool for that. And then the reMarkable is a great writing experience for a note taker, and I'm sure the reMarkable 2 is going to be even better for, like, if you're a student or if I'm in a meeting or something, I just want to jot some quick notes. It works real well, and they all feel great. So I know there's a big, like, camp that's like this reMarkable camp. It's kind of like the Canon camp versus the Sony camp when it comes to video cameras. At the end of the day, this isn't a religion, right? So I know if you bought the device and you're invested in it, I'm going to do my best to talk good about it, but I'm going to talk about the weaknesses too. And if you bought the Papyr, the Quaderno, or the Sony, you're going to think it's better than the other things because you have a vested interest in it. At the end of the day, it's all about your personal experience in the way that it feels. And that's what I'd like to know in the comments today. It's like, what is your favorite writing experience? Do you like the reMarkable? Do you like the Quaderno? Do you like the Papyr? For me, they're all very similar. So when somebody says, JB, can you give me your favorite device? Well, they're all my favorite because they all kind of do something different. You know, right now the Quaderno has split screen, which is just really cool. And that dual screen works well, where the Papyr has collaboration. And the reMarkable is just great to sit and take distraction-free notes, right? It just works. And then the Kindle is great for reading. And then my iPad is great for all the other things that I want to do. So I use all these devices, and then I try to give you the best tips. And if you only have one, then you make do with the one that you have. If you only have a reMarkable, then make that your best device. If you only have a Quaderno, then make that your best device. You don't need all these things anyways. I'm the one that's buying them all so I can build this YouTube channel, right? But anyways, I wanted to get into this controversy because I thought it was interesting. And these styluses are all unique, and it's just like the Mont Blanc pens. You got to kind of find the feel that's the best for you, and then jump on it. And if that's reMarkable, fantastic. If it's a Sony, fantastic. But at the end of the day, we're not at war. These are not challenging things like the Canon versus a Sony. At the end of the day, you find what works for you. It's neither positive or negative. I think it's a judgment call, and find the writing experience that works for you. And I'm going to do my best to help you do that. But at the end of the day, it's going to be all about the feel that you have. All right, as always, thanks so much for the subscribes. Make sure you hit that alert bell because I do videos almost every single day. Tomorrow we are live, so we'll see you here on the channel at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be here to answer your questions. And again, I appreciate you supporting the channel and being a part of it. And when we do these community kind of questions and I order new devices at 2 to 3 a month, it's all about you, and you're really helping me grow this channel, so thank you. All right, until tomorrow, go have a phenomenal day.